Hey guys, welcome back to our channel here at Cedarstone. Thanks for joining in. Today we're going to be looking at the old 755 again. Going to replace the starter and the battery. We went away on holidays for a couple of weeks and came home and the battery was pretty well toast. Put it on charger all night. Still only had 10 volts next day, so the battery's done. And figured while we're at it, we'll do the starter. The starter's been acting up for quite a long time. It was just a solenoid. You turn the key, it would click. You hit the solenoid and she'd fire up. But she's well over 20 years old. And since we're doing the battery, figured might as well do the starter at the same time. And so this is a pretty straightforward job, except for one little silly design flaw in John Deere. And I'll show you that in a second. So what they did here was there's two mounting bolts for the starter, pretty straightforward, but you'll notice they're actually studs, and maybe in a different application, something else mounts on the back, but in this case, all it is the bolt here and there. Now you'll notice that I had to back that stud out because the starter hits the motor mount right there if you don't. So what I did is I threaded another nut on the back side. You can see it there. You can see it there. I threaded the nut on the back side till it was a little rusty. So now the stud started turning and I was able to screw the stud out. And now the stud is far enough back that I was able to get the starter out. Now you actually can't, as you can see right here, the nut was hitting. So I can't even get the nut off. So you have to start backing that stud off right away. And when we put it back in, as I'll show you, we'll have to start screwing the stud back in again just to put the nut on and get it back in place. So let's do that now. So this is our little starter. I had it rebuilt. The dealer wanted $700 for a new one and $400 for a reman. I had it remanufactured locally. It took them 3 hours. It was $180. So definitely a cost savings. I'll show you as I put it in the interference. I don't know if you can see under there, but the starter hits up against, I get some light on it. You can see how close that is in there, and you just can't get the starter out with that bolt sticking through. So what I'll have to do now is I'll just tighten up that top bolt and then we'll put that one back in. So before I put the starter in, this is the fuel solenoid wire and it mounts on here on this side, and it's kind of awkward. So I'm going to put it on there loosely right now and then we'll tighten up once we get it in place. Now the starter's partially in place. I've got the one nut started. It's just snug. It's a 17mm wrench. I've got the fuel solenoid wire hooked up there. That's a 12mm. That's just loose. So we'll tighten that up after everything's in place. And now we got to start doing this. Here's the stud I was talking about. There's just physically not much room in here. And so we'll start turning that stud out until we can get the nut on, and then we'll finish turning it in. So right now I'll start turning this in. So the nut was quite damaged from hitting up against the motor mount there. So I ran it on the belt sander, took the edge off it so it would fit back on easier. Now the stud's sticking out just enough to start the nut on it. Maybe a bit too much. That's tight. So all that's left is these guys here. And the battery wire. So now it just plugs in. There. Okay, now that we have that bottom nut all tightened up, went and tightened that wire for the fuel solenoid again. Finished tightening up that nut, so the starter's all tightened in now. Now on to the battery. Again, I did my research. This battery at the dealer was $195. I got it from a battery wholesaler for $110. Up a little bit. Okay, all done. Let's see if it works. Turn the key. Yay, it works. You'll notice that I have a couple extra wires here. You probably don't have those on your battery, and that's for this relay. I put this relay in. I have a light up there, and I have a light on the back of the tractor. Just a little extra out of the relay in for it. If you're having any trouble starting your tractor, that glow plug light on your tractor is not coming on, make sure you look at my other video. I explain how to diagnose the relay and the glow plugs and the cold start circuit. So I'll put a link in the comments below, and hopefully you'll watch it and maybe it'll help you out. Hope you liked this video, how we fixed the starter and the battery here on the tractor, the old 755. There's always lots of things to do here on the estate, and this is one of them. It's a beautiful day. We're going to go out and cut some grass now that the tractor's fixed. And if you like these videos, you think they're informative or helpful anyways, please let me know. Like and subscribe or comment, and lets me know whether or not I should keep doing them. And thank you very much for watching. Catch you next time.